Molweni. I'll say, is it good day or good morning because it's before 12 o'clock? I'm Chief Galada. Basically, I'm from here, Langa, because it's where things are started. When you talk about cultural things, because Langa, firstly, is the heritage site. Even when we talk about even initiation site to be allowed by government started even here in Langa. Now, lucky enough, I'm not dwell that much about initiation because people, they just think that your boy passing the boyhood, going to manhood, is like, it's about circumcision. You know, it doesn't start there. It doesn't end it up there. It's because we want to grow, this boy have to see that he's grown up. First thing, as Chief Galada, I'm a chairperson of Health Committee here in Langa. Showing that, because other people, when they think about culture, especially when we talk about manhood, they just think that health doesn't appear in culture. But we know, us as traditional leaders, culture cannot do anything without health department, because we are dealing with human beings. When we talk about a boy passing boyhood to manhood, we know that firstly, even us, and lucky enough, you're talking to a chief who's an inspector into the initiation sites in the whole of South Africa. I'm a national initiation task team. I'm there. When you heard about Eastern Cape and Pondoland, people are dying, people are getting arrested, I'm one of those people who are doing that. It's because they don't follow the health procedures. As we are doing, we are dealing with human. And you have to know that the blood of our youngsters today are not like Chief Galada. Look at it. 1 year down the line, I'm going to be 60, but I call myself a sweet 16. You know, I never smoke, I never drink in my life. I'm an ex-professional boxer here in Langa. You know, I've got a lot of care. And when you talk about health, you see this emblem. You know, this emblem, when you talk about cancer, that's what we have to see. These boys, they've been cured. They don't have those kind of sickness. If they do have treatment, they take treatment. You understand? Now, what is expected from us as traditional leaders when we take these boys from boyhood to manhood? Firstly, respect. A responsibility as a man. A man is not just passing to be a man. A responsibility is the first thing that they have to know, that they take a responsibility of themselves, because tomorrow they're going to have their own families. And they have to know what is happening in the world about health. All sectors, when you talk about health. When you go to Bishop Tutu Foundation, you talk about HIV and AIDS, you'll find Chief Galada there. That's why I'm so proud when I find that out, Professor is bringing a dialogue like this into us. It is very important. And then he even talked about single mothers. Think we always ask traditional leaders saying that we don't need women into our culture because they don't know nothing about, whereas these are the mothers of these boys. When this boy passed away, who's going to be in charge? Is that same woman? Is that same mother of this child? That is why even when we go to initiation, firstly, I have to be sure that there's this paper. This is a certificate showing that your boy went to hospital, contacted a doctor to see that he is fit, the practice of initiation to take place on him. Without that, no one, even a traditional surgeon, cannot do the practice. If he did that, we work with SAPS, that is South African Police. We arrest. One, because at the end of the day, this boy, we are expecting tomorrow's president, tomorrow's doctor out of this boy. Now the future, if we're spoiling the future of this boy by just doing things like what they call it, when a boy goes to the bush, didn't get an allowance from the family, you just go there and then being a man. When we talk about men, it's not about circumcision, I said so before. You know, we're promoting this boy to start thinking about the future. Understanding even the positive and the negative things about the country's economy. To have something in his mind saying that my tomorrow as a man, I want to promote the early child development. You know, start this child, age of 3 years, to know what is happening in life. That is from this boy that he's been promoted to be a man. And secondly, this boy, the responsibility, we know that according to the economy, unemployment, things that are happening on the side, we find that you're just coming out from the bush, you call yourself a man, wearing expensive clothes that you don't even know where they come from, who bought this, and you are claiming these things. At the end of the day, you don't plow back to show your parents, to show us as communities that we are a man. Because as I'm standing here, I cannot praise myself, chief, I'm a chief, I'm a chief. The community have to say, this is a chief. On what I'm doing, what I'm applying to the community to promote culture, each and everything in life. That person can say, I'm here because of chief today. I'm doing this thing that is positive because of chief today. That's the type of a man that we are talking about. We're not talking about a man that will say to the parent, I'm a man today, you cannot tell me 1, 2, 3 because I'm a man, claiming that the man, that manhood, that he is a man because now he can overpower things, he can overpower people because he's a man. No, we're talking about a man that we're expecting a professor, a president, a well-known man. That is today. A man that will promote even a culture. You know, culture, what I like about culture, there's respect in culture. It's where when you go to different cultures, you find even a woman, when he talks to a chief, you find that he's even kneeling. You know, It's not saying that it's part of abuse. No, it shows a respect. Now, how do I answer on that? You understand? I have to show that in my heart that I said thank you by anyone who's doing that. You understand? Not like to be a bossy. Yeah, I'm a chief now. He's doing this and that. No. Now, the man, when we talk about a man from boyhood, a family, when they buy those expensive clothes, you know, our tradition, you even take ubulongwe, I don't know what to call it, ubulongwe, what do? Cow dung. When now, us as men talking to this boy is passing boyhood to manhood, we even take a cow dung and put it on this boy's head and said, now today we slaughtered this cow. We are expecting you to buy more cows. You understand? That's the type of promotion that we are giving this boy. Tomorrow, through this dung, you have to know and respect women. You have to know, if you think about having a wife, you have to pay what we call worldwide, ilobola, that is, we call it world bride. That is ilobola, through cows. That is traditional. But we know today our cows are staying into our pocket, it's money. But why you have to pay for a woman when you get married? You know, it's to show that certain woman, she's got a value. Because if you didn't pay lobola, well bride, tomorrow it's easy to kick her because you didn't spend. There's no respect. You understand? Even for you as a man, knowing that you don't finalize, you know, you're just starting a knot. Both families, you go with your parents or your relative to that woman's family. They have to know now there's a newborn that is a husband of their daughter. And you spend it, something, there's something. Others, they think that when I pay lobola, I bought you. I can do anything or everything. I can abuse you. That's not the type of man. That is the education that we are giving to a boy when he passed boyhood to manhood. We give that respect a woman because of 1, 2, 3. You understand? Don't do any wrong things in front of communities, showing that you are a man. You can, as if you got a license to do anything that is wrong. You demote other men by doing that. Because they said, a man, everybody who went through that practice, they will just undermine him and say, no, man, there's no education. But we know and understand that there are those, each and every sector or department, there's corruption. There's wrongdoings, as if that person was not educated. All right. I want to talk about this man. You find out he just come out from a single mother. And then this man start bossing the mother because he's a man. That's not a promotion, that's not what we are giving to a man when it comes from boyhood. As I said before, respect. You understand? And lucky enough, now, as I said to you guys, as you see, this is an NHTL, a National House of Traditional Leaders. I'm from there. And another thing, now I'm recently, last week, Thursday, I'm from Eastern Cape because I travel all provinces. This is the type of a certificate that we are giving to a boy who goes to a manhood, showing that us as traditional leaders, when anything that will happen to this boy, we are not failures. We played our role. Otherwise, without this certificate, no one will touch, will do anything to this boy. Right? As I said, I just arrived last week on Thursday. I went also for my son, my own son, who was just going through the initiation process. That is that one. Langa, can you just stand up? This is my son. You see? He's wearing new clothes, everything, even the underwear is new. You understand? Because we start saying that you cannot even wear the underwear that you are wearing the time you are a boy. There's a change now. You understand? I'll buy you 2 to 3 kits of clothes. After that, it's you. You have to be responsible for yourself. Lucky enough, he's still at school. You understand? He's at a college doing a motor mechanic engineering. He's one of the boy who is even leading here the club, golf club, cars. You were talking about cars, Professor. Golf club cars that are called Galada. When you go to any these places, you see boys who are driving VWs called Galada. There's a fire coming out of the exhaust and all those things. You understand? And he's doing mechanic. They are building these cars from a bare body. Those are the type of men that we are expecting. Not men that are going to stand at the corner when they see you're busy with yourself. And then they say, that one is so expensive, then he can own it. You understand? I think, Doc, I just give it a briefly of a type of man that we are expecting, that we are educating them how. And we tell them not forget about health, because they have to go to gym. You know these days, if you don't go to gym, you will find out your thumb also is like, you see, because you don't gym. That's the best medicine, Doc, Professor. That's the best medicine. That is why I even said to other people when they see I've got white beards, I said, no, I just forget to wipe up a soap when I was washing myself, But when they look at my ID, they find out, hey, this man is close to 60 now. I said, no, it's because I never forget about a gym. Everything that I'm doing, you find out, and what I'm doing presentations about health, that is me. I have to be an example. That is the type of a man that we are expecting. I think now, Professor, I'm finished.